are going on an adventure with Papa.
Let's rock and roll. It's a windy one.
Woo! Off we go. Why does it feel so out of balance?
We're both on it right now. You're losing your hat, sweetie.
It's too windy. We're heading back onto the trail because Corey didn't get to see it, and it's gorgeous. I will never miss an opportunity to walk a trail, so I was back onto it. Even though it wasn't a loop trail, walking to the tip and back did not bore me. The scenery was astonishing. The vegetation was varied, and on one side was Graham's Harbour with its green water, and on the other the dark blue of the Atlantic Ocean. It's always great to get off the sailboat to stretch our legs, and it can be done with our little girl. We could even keep an eye on our sailboat at anchor.
Squirrel's asleep on the adventure.
I know. She's like, I've walked this trail quite a few times now. Welcome to Wildly Intrepid. I'm Alex, and this is Corey. 3 years ago, we sailed south from Canada as newbie sailors. Now we share our love of travel with our baby girl Coral as we explore new areas of the Bahamas. Join us for our weekly adventure. At the end of the trail, I wish there was a bridge connecting to the other island. Instead, I stared into the distance, with the continent of Africa being so far away. Coral is now crawling everywhere, and her next fun adventure is lifting herself up on stuff. She wants to go up.
You want Daddy down though?
After her morning exercise, she was fast asleep, perfectly timed for us to pull up anchor without having to keep a constant eye on her. How is it navigating this section?
Oh, it's kind of scary because it shows 1.6 meters on the chart, which is like our boat keel, 5.3. But we're not seeing less than like 9-10 feet. So I'm just following our track on the way out.
We just made it out of the rain!
Are we gonna outrun it is the question.
Probably not. Yesterday night, we noticed a light coming in, which then stopped in the middle of Graham's Harbour. It was kind of weird. But now we could tell that it was a fishing boat that was stuck on the sandbar. We later found out that it was fishermen from another island, who weren't familiar with the area. So they ended up damaging their boat on the reefs, and were taking on water. In order to save the fishing boat, the captain decided to run it aground on the sandbar instead of having it sink. There's little rainstorms all around us, and right where we're going seems to be the biggest one. But it's kind of eerie actually, just see dark clouds, rain showers, dark clouds, rain showers. But it's not super worrying. Normally you see a huge wall when you expect a ton of wind. You might just get a nice second shower. Hi, sweetie. Give me the camera. Says, give me that camera. I'll show you how to film. This is Coral's papaya. Oh, wow, Coral. What's that? We gotta get it in your mouth. You're chewing the side of it. There you go. Aim for the mouth. What's the verdict?
Yum.
It's yum?
Yum. That papaya is so good. Hey, papaya is solo driving. Well, that was quite the adventure. We left our north anchorage because the wind was gonna go west, then gonna go north, and that one was great while we had the south wind. So we're like, okay, let's just wait, leave it a little late when the wind starts actually coming out of the west. So we left like late afternoon. And then as we sailed, realized the waves were getting really big. Got into the anchorage that we thought would be great protection from the north, like Cockburn Town, and the swell was just insane over there. It was we would have gotten destroyed. The swell is coming right into where we wanted to anchor, and it's gotten way bigger than what we were expecting. So it'd be just hell parking over there for the night. So right now we're still sailing because I mean it's good speed, way more comfortable. So then, quick decision, we're like, okay, screw this. We're gonna keep sailing for an extra like 6 nautical miles all the way down to the south portion of the island.
Taking waves over the bow.
But gosh, the waves were building quite a bit. Like some of them were 6 feet tall and really steep because it's just the sea is really confused between the south swell and west swell, and now switching from the north, and it's blowing like consistent 20, probably up to 25 right now. Well, that was not fun whatsoever. We just, all the waves are coming from the west, so they're pretty much right on our beam. And Corey's been doing awesome at maneuvering them, but we got hit by that wave that just was pretty much as high as the lifelines, and it just landed and sprayed over top of Corey's head. It was just... So Coral's upset, she's wet, we all got soaked. Oh my god, I can't wait to be around the tip of San Salvador.
Trying to surf down the waves so it's a little calmer now that we finally can make that turn around the point. These waves are pretty nuts. Big waves.
A new place, a new home for a while. Let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive.
The swell was coming from the west, so by tucking in we should be more protected, which we are. It's so much better. But coming into the anchorage here was kind of interesting. There's like breakers on both sides of us, so it was quite an amazing navigation because I mean, we still have light, but it's super overcast, so it was hard to see anything. And Coral did amazing, not seasick, and she survived the wave that broke on her. And now we're nice and warm in the boat. It's actually chilly with the north wind.
Let's make a coffee.
Yeah, coffee sounds amazing.
Just to show you, this is the anchorage. We gotta kind of weave between the reef breakers and all the coral heads. And I was gonna go deeper, but it looked like we had a nice spot right here. And in hindsight, it might have been a good idea to just go out the little passage here and go around and did a nice protected sail all the way down to here. But honestly, we thought the waves were gonna switch more out of the north and be a little more protected in here, and it just didn't. It's too much from the west still. I feel like I'm spotting a mountain climber right now because she can't walk yet, but she wants to climb on everything and stand up. But she doesn't have good balance yet, and she keeps barn dooring and like spinning around and swinging into things and falling and smacking her head. But she just doesn't want to crawl. I guess it's not efficient enough. Eh? Here, there you go. Hold on. I got your back. You did it, see? Oh, good catch, sweetie. You gotta hold on. You can't trust your feet to do everything.
Can you want Mama?
Yeah, you do it. Go see her. You gotta be careful though. It's nice to be ashore. The north wind is a little bit windy and a little bit chilly, so it's gonna be nice to do a little shore adventure while it's cooler during the day.
A new place, a new home for a while. Let me feel alive.
Lots of viewpoints on this island.
Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride.
Well, we totally found the Wildly castles. It used to be some sort of plantation around here. And there's way more ruins than the ones we've been finding in general in the Bahamas. It's kind of neat.
A lot more structure to these.
Yeah. Yeah, there's many different buildings.
Almost looks like these particular ruins were used as a fort, you know? Like they have like those little slits for guns of some sort.
Look, it's tamarinds.
Tamarins.
You can eat those.
Oh yeah?
kind of sweet, you know.
You gonna eat one?
I don't know if that one's ready though. No, it's not ready.
No.
It is an abandoned 18th century plantation by Sandy Point. It was used mostly to raise cattle. You can see a 3-story great house, a kitchen, slave quarters, barn, and boundary walls. Or at least what's left of it. John Wadling was a buccaneer, but little is known about him.
I think I see some cliffs that may be the blue hole down there, but it might not be. I thought the blue hole was over here actually.
And Corey's climbing everywhere.
Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over.
It's kind of neat. We can see everywhere that we've been almost. We almost circumnavigated the island. Anchored at a few different places on the west side, then the north side, and now the south side in French Bay. So we're just missing the east side, but that's the windward side. She is passed out for the morning nap. So now we're gonna go check out the overlook for the blue hole. Reminds me of the trailway. All good? That was so nice. We just met Trevor and Wendy from Quebec. And they invited us in their house. We had a good chat, a little lunch. I just love meeting people, and that's what cruising is all about.
Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
The waves are still coming
From the west.
west. Wow, look at those waves out there.
The views on San Salvador are amazing! Everywhere. That reminds me almost of islands in the Pacific. You know, with like a...
You're crazy, Coral. I thought we were going to have a bit of a crawling stage where, you know, you entertain yourself a little bit and we're not having to watch you all the time. But no, straight from crawling to climbing, which is really awesome. I'm super proud of you. But you know, you're a handful now. Gotta watch you do everything, because otherwise you topple over. You don't quite have the balance yet. And the boat's moving a lot.
Since it's really windy and we wanted to stretch our legs, we decided to go to shore. She's having a full-on monologue.
She's found her voice, I think, eh? Hey, that's the poison tree you just rubbed against. Yeah, this is love vine.
It's like a blanket.
To the beach. Oh, watch out! Some of this is sharp. Yeah.
French Bay is a very quiet area, with nothing around. So it really felt like we had the whole area to ourselves. Since we arrived in San Salvador, We've only really seen one other vessel, one other catamaran, but now we're all by ourselves. The swell was too big between here and Long Island to make the jump, especially if we didn't want Coral to be seasick. Instead, we were moving around with the wind switches and getting a better experience of San Salvador Island. Not a bad place to get stuck, to be honest.
What are you doing, Trouble? You are gonna fall. It's a long way down, look. Oh, now we're standing up. Oh, see? You fall over when you stand up. You gotta be careful.